Rachel La Loca,
Andrew Casanova. It's that room 28. Yeah.
at the store buying bobos.
Yeah.
Pretty ass boy coming out my front
All
door. Been living rent free for 9 months
There
too
you go.
long. Married to my
Yo,
husband.
welcome back to the Hip Hop Advocate Show. You're rocking with Run D&E, Jam Master J edition, baby. Yo, it's John Figs.
De la music.
And the rock.
Yo, and tonight's guest, man, yo, she does it all.
Woo.
Yo, from acting. She's a comedian. Yo, she's a writer. Oh, man.
Voiceover.
Podcaster. Original Dundada with that podcasting. Oof. Taking it back. Been on NBC. All that. We're going to get
Comedy
into
Central.
Matter of fact, and
She probably been to QBC too.
you know what I'm saying? No doubt. What, QBC? The
Queensbridge.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that channel where they sell the jewelry and shit. QVC. All right, no doubt.
QBC.
We're talking about QVC. She got bars, though. And we're going to talk about it.
Got 'em.
We're going to talk about it. Yo, we got Rachel La Loca with us.
Yeah.
Woo!
What up?
AKA Lady of Rage.
The Loca of Rage.
Loca of Rage.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing so great.
I love your Afro puffs.
Thank you. I rock rough and tough with my Afro puffs.
Hey.
Rock on
With your badass self.
Okay.
I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came today. And when I called you, when we spoke, we was like, "Yo, we're gonna do a little Halloween thing. Are you
Yes.
down?" And you like, "Hell yeah!"
I don't think I let you finish your sentence.
She
As
was
soon as you
like-
said holla, I was ween? Yes.
Word. Official. We love it. We love it.
I love this holiday so much. You have no idea how many costumes I have ready to go. I was thinking of doing like hip hop abuela with the bata, but then I was like, no, I don't want to like age
Damn.
myself up.
Con los rolos, con los
Con los
rolos.
rolo, peluca y todo.
No, you
I had
did it
that.
right. You did it right for the theme.
But then I heard y'all was doing the Run DMC thing, so I was like, I have to compliment that or meet that somewhere. So I thought Our Loca of Rage with my dirty ass black Tims
Hey.
was
This
the
is clean,
move.
baby, clean.
New York right there.
Rough and rugged.
It's Tim Weather.
So Rachel La Loca.
Hi.
We know you because we had Tommy 5K here, and we
my
were
boy.
speaking about La Factoria.
Yes.
Which is an amazing show that was fucking crazy. So he was speaking about you, and when he was speaking about you, he spoke very highly about you. And so for people that don't know you, how do you start everything? Because you do so many things. Like, what was it? What was the first thing? Like, how you got into it?
Yo, I will say and preface that answer, and sorry for the lisp that the gold tooth is giving me. Sorry, but not sorry. I think it's hysterical.
You went all in, baby.
Yo, it's gonna take some getting used to, but you know, I feel a little rugged and raw
Word
with
up.
this tooth in my mouth.
No doubt. No doubt.
Okay, I'm exaggerating the F's right there. Yo, so I'll preface this answer by saying that has evolved and that has changed, and it's really changing, like, as we speak. If you had asked me that question, what are we in 2022? If you had asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said, I'm a sketch comedian. I perform off Broadway with my comedy troupe, Room 28. Shout out to Room 28. And I'm a corporate marketer by day, you know? But if you ask me that now in 2022, the way I answer it is, I'm a podcaster, I'm a writer and producer, content creator, mom.
Yeah. Wow.
And still a marketer. It's crazy because I left that corporate gig per se where I wasn't reporting to my office every day at 8:58 a.m. And staying there till like 11 and shit, you know. The marketing thing has still been prevalent in my life. Well, we're all marketers. We have brands
You
to
got
talk
to.
to people
Yeah,
about,
that's
hip hop
something that never
advocates.
leaves.
You know, we out there talking about ourselves and doing our own marketing on the daily. Our
Right.
resume is our marketing sales collateral piece, you know what I mean? But the marketing thing is kind of back because now I'm producing some comedy content for brands like McDonald's and Lay's and this candy company called Ricolino Ibero. Yeah, I gotta say it like that. And I ate so much candy on set that day. Oh my God.
Where's it
was just
from?
so good.
From where? Where's it from?
Yo, it's I
What
think
br-
it's
like where's the what country?
Mexican, and I think don't get me like in trouble. It's either Mexican or Central American, and they have the like paletas that are like spicy AF on the outside and then sweet and mango on the inside.
Wow, that sounds
Okay.
like sex.
Enjoy. Wait, you having spicy on the outside sex like with adobo?
With
Or-
adobo, we get freaky.
Yo, use adobo light. It has less sodium.
No, I don't use adobo.
The one with the blue
I
cap?
use Miss Dash. No sodium. Let's go.
Oh, Mrs. Dash, she's still around, right? She didn't get canceled like Aunt Jemima
No,
or Uncle
she
Ben.
never had a face.
Mrs. Okay. We don't even
She
know
never
what
had a
Mrs.
face.
Dash
Yeah.
is. What is she?
She's multicultural.
Yo, for real.
She's somebody's tia.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. She's somebody's titi.
Yo,
But you know
did I
what?
answer your question?
Yeah.
Like that's how I introduce myself nowadays.
What
you
I
know?
like about that is what I got the gist of in your answer. You're moving with the times,
Yes.
and that's important. You know, because if you stay back there, you're gonna be left behind.
She's evolving.
She's evolving. Wow, that's dope.
Thanks for that call out.
And she also,
doubt.
one thing that we didn't mention, she does voiceovers as well.
Right, right.
Is that something new?
Okay, so I should add that because that actually is happening now.
Now it's building.
I've got to change my whole auto signature. Thank you for the like self-realization, hip hop advocates. Right now, the podcast has really cultivated my larynx as a tool. I'm sure y'all know this
That's your
too,
favorite
right?
Quote.
What,
Like-
larynx?
Larynx.
He's always talking about how
Using your
voice
voice
is an
as a
instrument.
Tool, yes,
A
yes,
tool.
it does.
Yo, you can feel me on this then. Like we're now practicing breathing, respecting each other's spaces as co-hosts, letting your man get his thought across. You gotta sometimes hold your tongue, hold back, be like, keep the thought. At least my brain works that way. My brain is all over the place, and I have to really say, keep the thought, don't lose it, because you can't write it down. Like, I wish I had like a little stenographer under the desk. Like, did you get that? Read it back to me. You know, because I'd be forgetting that quick.
Courthouse, right?
It happens.
They have the
It
typewriter.
happens.
I think there was a Chappelle sketch like that.
Chappelle,
Remember?
yes,
Yo,
yes,
shout out to
yes.
Chappelle.
Oh, they had him on the back, right? On the back?
Yeah. It came with the backpack version.
Yes,
He's like,
yes.
read that back to me. I would definitely
Wow.
bang Matt Damon. I remember that
Do
shit.
you remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah. And his
Yo.
boy was like, "You're so gay now."
So yeah, what the hell was I saying?
You
Well,
see? Look at that.
Damn, we need the stenographer right now.
Right.
I
Anyway,
do
read
need
that
it
back
right
to me.
now.
We were just talking about when somebody's talking, we're respecting their space.
Right. Oh, the cultivating of the tool. Thank you. So that has led to some voiceover acting gigs. I've always wanted to do voiceovers. I swear, like you really got to just tell the universe. Just however you could do that, write it down, say it out loud, do a drum pattern,
Speak it to fruition, right?
put a tattoo on your ass. I don't know.
Yeah, a tramp stamp?
What? Well, like a quote or something
Yeah.
of what you want to be put in the universe. I don't know. Is that a tramp stamp? I don't know.
You said
Found
all
the
about the
location.
ass.
Why,
I'm
you
just
got-
thinking of
you
the
got
real
one?
estate available, and I'm like, I guess that would be a good space. So anyway,
Why did they label that tramp stamp?
who is the original tramp stamper?
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know.
And then who
Goes
called her
back.
out like, dude, you got a tramp
Yeah.
stamp? Like, what?
Goes back.
the original
That
tramp
started
stamp.
in American Pie, I think.
Oh,
Wedding Crasher.
Wedding Cry. That's where. Yeah.
Shout out to
Start
Reels
with
for
the
the
Wedding
Yeah,
facts.
yeah, it was one of the movies. I knew it was one of them.
He's the fact checker over here.
You know, Reels, he's a habitual wedding crasher. He's
That's
an originator. Yeah.
I feel like I seen you at my wedding, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
he
wait,
was
I thought
there.
you were working the venue. My father was looking for more shrimp during cocktail hour. Yo, so voice acting is a thing that I have like just I'm out there. Like I love it so much. Okay, first of all, like with regular acting and stuff, like TV stuff, you got it, the makeup, the hair. Sometimes they cut your hair.
To process.
I had to cut my hair a lot. I did West Side Story. I did one scene in West Side Story, and they cut off a lot of my hair. And they were like, "We need to be true." Spielberg told everybody, "This is the storyboard."
You was in the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yo, okay. Here's how you can find me, and if you blink, you won't miss me. Yo, so the America scene, it was really hot when we were shooting.
I like to live in America. That
That's
joint.
it.
No.
Ariana
Oh.
de Bose. and Afro-Latina. And so I brought my hand fan in my purse. They gave me everything 1961. It was like one of the best costumes I've ever had to put on. Like
Amazing time.
I played Anita in 8th grade, okay? So I didn't get the part in Spielberg's, you know what I'm saying, version, but I was there on set for America, and it was so special for me. And I was like, I asked costumes. I was like, can I bring my hand fan with me? It's my mom's, but I was really hot. And she was like, yeah, it fits with the scene. And I was like, great. So that's how you could find me. I'm the only girl with a hand fan. Fanning. I get 2 shots. There's one of me. So I was also the girl that was like, hey guys, there's a dance scene. Come on. And I had to run. I was like running from the phone booth. I burned off like 7,000 calories that day. Like, all right, take 37. I was like, come on guys, there's a dance scene.
Your fucking legs are burning.
I was so tired. And I was like, yo era más gordita. I was like a little bit bigger. And I was just like, I can't do this. Is like hard. So the hand fan, that's how you can catch me in the scene of America.
Wow.
So we got into how you began, and we're talking about the present time. There's something else that you do, and we were talking about it. The Tuttle Twins.
Oh yes, the Tuttle Twins.
How do you say? How do you pronounce it?
The Tuttle Twins.
Tuttle Twins.
Okay, this is so cool, and this is like part B to what we were just talking about, the voice acting. So my manager got me an audition for this voice acting gig where they took this really successful book series called The Tuttle Twins with, I think, a German family, where it's like fact base and like truth and like on that freedom tip, stuff they wouldn't put on mainstream television, stuff that they might put on a streamer or YouTube, but definitely not PBS or any other children's network that we see, you know. It's that conspiracy theory stuff a little bit. I don't know if I can really label it that, and forgive me, but it goes beyond the textbook on certain topics. So the Tuttle Twins, they took this very successful book series and they added a multicultural layer to it where the family became multicultural with mom being Latina. I'm not sure what the dad is. Like we're in season 2. And I'm actually going to Utah this weekend for the season 2 red carpet premiere. They're bringing me back to Utah. The only Dominican in that part of Utah. I know it. I felt it in my bones.
You'll become a Mormon.
Yo, it was Mormonville.
Yeah.
Yo, it was crazy. So I'm going back there this weekend. So anyway, the Tuttle Twins now is this Latino family, and I play Mom Tuttle. And I auditioned for the lead. Taking me back to 8th grade when I auditioned for Maria, but got Anita, but it's okay. Anyway, it was meant to be. I was meant to be Anita. And now Rita Moreno's like my idol. So it just, you know what I'm saying? Highest title. And
Numero uno.
Exactly.
You went
Rita
for the
Moreno.
grandma.
I went out for Grandma Tuttle, so Grandma Tuttle takes the Tuttle Twins, who are her grandchildren, back in time to meet, Benjamin Franklin, the history makers, on her time traveling wheelchair. And she gets kicked out the nursery home because she's very Latina. She brings a raccoon to live with her in the nursing home. So the pilot is me saying, all right, kids, mom is moving back in with us because they don't let raccoons in the nursing home. It's on that tip.
So
that raccoon is feisty.
But is this like acting or is this voiceover work?
Both. So it's voice acting. So I get these scripts and I have to become Mama Tuttle, who I just was for a split second. She's more like, all right, guys, I know this is wrong, but I'll put up with it, She knows what grandma's up to. She knows what Buena's up to, but she knows that the kids are learning about history, so she's like, all right, I'll allow it, and then she makes mad jokes. So the acting comes in because I think when I read the scripts, I'm like, this can go so many different ways. She could be like, oh my God, or I don't know what they're looking for.
Like the typical.
What are they looking for when they say she's a Latina mom? I think she's like me. I'm Latina, but I'm also Jewish American Russian, like, and I speak Spanish, and I'm pretty acculturated, but I'm bilingual, so I feel like she's bilingual. And maybe all that doesn't come across, but those are the things as an actor that I'm telling myself to not be too like, ay Dios mío.
Yeah.
The
I don't
Sofia
think
Vergara.
that's right. Like,
that's
"Honey," you know,
that's
yeah. Like,
with a role like that,
that's
though,
my Sophia
with
from
a role
Modern
like
Family.
that, did any of the producers give you any direction as far as like how to like present it?
Don't roll your R's too much.
Actually, okay, I have a story about one voiceover acting gig that somebody did tell me something like that. But on this particular project, they have been so supportive and encouraging of me turning the character into the Latina that I think she should be. They'll be
That's
like, okay,
great.
something will be in the script because these writers most of them are non-Latino.
Of course.
They're Hollywood writers. They're so good. They're so talented. Some of the words in the script are like, you know, Mama Tuttle says, "Oh my goodness," or something like that. Un por ejemplo. And I'm like, wait, I don't think she would say. She would say like, "Ay por Dios," or like, "Ay," or like something.
Ay, Dios mío.
So
But
they
that's
allow-
a little
they
too
allow-
religious. Like, you know, like maybe something else.
They allow your input.
Yes, they're
That's
like,
great.
what would
That's
she say?
dope.
And then they'll give me like a whole session of like, all right, now do some improv stuff. Let's go off script. And what would she say after this? Give us like, I have sessions where I'm just doing the Latina noises, the, you know, for 5 minutes. And like, give us a few different Latina like sighs. They're like, give us some sighs. I'm like, yeah, we don't sigh. We're like, you know, or like, you know, like.
Imagine saving that on the computer. Latina side number 3.
Yeah, that's the take, right? All right, Rachel, take 3. Give us some. You're really shocked at what your husband just did to the microwave popcorn. You know, like, ay, estúpido. You know, or like, idiota.
Imbécil.
Right.
And you're right. I didn't see the husband because I saw the first one and I didn't see him. It was well, I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but I have yet to see him.
Yeah,
I'm
not
only
sure.
I just started because I wanted to
Well,
see.
where could people actually go to see that?
Sure, it's on. So this was really cool. I went to the season 1 premiere in Utah, and I met the producers, and they outsourced a company in Colombia to do it. And I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You know what I'm saying? To have people in culture on the team, and it's distributed on their app, which is called the Angel app, but it's also on YouTube. And that's where they're really like pushing it right now.
Nice.
So Tuttle Twins TV. And it's really interesting. I read these episodes and I'm really appreciative of good writing. It just makes it easy to be Mama Tuttle and funny.
That's cool because one thing you said about, you know, being Latino and people expect you to know Spanish 100%, right? To speak proper. And I know you have a podcast as well, the Hilarious.
Oh, the Hilarious Show.
The Hilarious Show.
Hopefully one day.
Which is a great name, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great pun.
thanks.
It's a great pun. Hilarious.
I like to be punny.
Yeah.
Latinos
'Cause you
Out
funny, you
Loud,
punny.
LOL. Hilarious, you know, but okay, so I could tell you the origin of Hilarious and like what it is. And I cannot guarantee that no saliva has been dripping from the tooth onto the mic.
Yo, you sounding like Daffy Duck right now. Nah,
I think I'm gonna take it out
When you're
midway.
ready, when you're ready,
Succotash.
Midway.
you can pull it out.
Suffer
Whenever you're
succotash.
ready. Whenever you're ready.
I
You
thought
you
we were
already got
sweating,
the
but
gold
it's just
bling.
Not yet.
You got it blinging everywhere, so
Thanks. So yeah, this especially, okay?
we'll put the tooth right here.
Yeah.
So Hilarious. Okay, I came up through comedy school, the Upright Citizens Brigade, UCB, 2-time diversity scholarship winner, this guy. And I took my classes, sketch writing, 101, 201, 301, improv, 101, 201, character development, and workshops. And I'm looking around me, and yes, I was probably one of like 2 BIPOC in the classroom, maybe 1 at times, whether it was me and another black person or me and another Latina or whatever. Very few of us in this school.
Right.
And then I would go to the other comedy school, the People's Improv Theater, the Pit, and I would do shows there, bragging rights, sketch cram. Well, no, that was at UCB, but other stuff that I will be doing there. And I'm like, yo, why aren't we all working together? And then we have so many talented female stand-up comedians too, and they're sort of in their own silo. Then we have these comedians on Instagram that are operating in their conduit. I'm like, why are these females not working together? Oh, because I think we're programmed that we can't or that we shouldn't.
It's set up like that.
That's what I'm saying, and that's just programmatically. Like, I don't think it's really, there's no facts behind that's the model that we should follow. But I'm like, okay, let me do what I can in my own little world to move the needle very little bit, 3 degrees.
Yeah.
And I started making that bridge between these females. I was
Right.
like, Sasha Mercy, what are you doing on this date? D Nasty, what are you doing? Suni Reyes, what are you doing? Kat Lazo, what are you doing? Joanna Houseman, what are you doing? I'm naming a lot of female comedians in my circuit.
Yeah.
You know, what are you doing on this date? Let's all get together at this theater and let's do a female show. And at first it was called Comedy Derailed because we were derailing what the comedy circuit looks like, male dominated.
True.
And if we look at the larger scale, non-Latino dominated. So that, I was like, okay, I don't think that's going to live on because, like, we've derailed it now. Like, now where do we go? And then I'm like, okay, this is hilarious. We all identify as female, you know, and Furlarious didn't work. That sounded like Harry Toto or something. So I was like, hilarious. And
Yeah, that was
Yo, I used to say a rhyme. He's like, I don't like the pussy if it ain't bushy. But that's another story. Go
that's
ahead.
an interesting topic, though. If we're
Yeah.
gonna, well, anyway,
It was a
next
fetish.
topic.
Yeah, I said
Put that on the
fetishes. I like-
agenda. So Hilarious came about and we started working together. Y te lo juro por mi madre, I have never felt a magical dressing room, not on Get Your Minds Out of the Gutter. There has never been a magic that I've ever felt than the Hilarious dressing room and show after show after show. It was just all these females in the dressing room, you know, helping each other with costumes and wigs and praying together and running lines and
it felt like a family moment.
singing to each
It's a
other.
family
It was erupting with comedy and pussy power, and that
Wow.
shit felt
Pussy has a lot of power.
what?
Yeah, does it?
Who
Pussy
around
has
the
a lot of
world,
power.
you know.
Pussy runs
So-
it, man.
That's where Hilarious started. Then what has it become? Sorry for my long-winded answers. I hope it's okay. So then it was off Broadway at the Triad Theater. We were about to take it to the People's Improv Theater, and then the pandemic happened. So then we were like, okay, gotta pivot. So we went to YouTube. And then a comedy app called Rizzle TV. This is crazy. So a friend of mine that used to work at the Pit became the program guy at Rizzle, and he emails me and he's like, yo, you got anything you want to submit to get like a 9 or 10 episode deal on this app? I'm like, yes. So we got a deal.
Content for days.
Yo, yeah, we got a deal. We did 9 or 10, I think it was 9 episodes. They're 60 seconds each, and we have a Hilarious channel, and that shit has like 170,000 followers or something.
Yeah.
It's like a quick content comedy app. It's pretty dope. And now we're developing the extensions of Hilarious. There's some podcast conversations happening.
One thing, one episode that I enjoyed because it was empowering seeing, it was 5 Latinas, different shades, different backgrounds, and it was, you know, from Puerto Rican to half Puerto Rican Italian, you have Dominican Jewish, there was a Dominican, you know what I'm saying, Afro-Latina, and I'm like, yo, this is dope, and I'm just intrigued. I just want to see what's going on. And y'all will each speak in Spanish, what I thought was perfect Spanish. And y'all was saying, look, we're having struggles. People don't, we're maybe not enough Latino for Latinos. You know, and I'm like, damn. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. Because imagine me, because I'm trying to speak Spanish and this is all broken down. And I'm thinking I'm ill with it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. What are your struggles with, you know, to 100% Latinos and you're speaking and they trying to correct you like, no, you don't say it like this. Have you had that before?
Totally. That was a segment that we did for CUNY TV. Shout out to CUNY. I went to Brooklyn College. Okay.
Oh,
Went to
yo,
City
Simon
Tech.
was a
Uh-huh.
My brother was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I have such a connection to Brooklyn College. I was an adjunct lecturer there, multicultural marketing on Saturdays for 4 years. And now I'm on the alumni. And I just gave the keynote at the commencement for the class of 2020 and 2021. They did a comeback ceremony. I can't believe they asked me to do that. I had so many Biggie quotes in my speech.
Oh, no. We're not talking
I didn't
about
know how
it.
they would
We're
go
getting to
over. They
Biggie.
went over really well. I was like, this is either going to be hit or miss. And, I kind of, as soon as I hit him with the first Biggie, I was like, I don't even remember the first Biggie quote was, but it was something Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, something like, I'm from Brooklyn, baby, baby. And all of a sudden, everyone was like, yerp. I was like, oh, yes, this is going to work.
I got him.
You studied
I
your
got
crowd. You studied your crowd. That's
Yeah, you
fine.
have to.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn. It's Flatbush. Anyway, yeah. So CUNY they have a show called Latinas on CUNY TV, and so we were interviewed twice. And yeah, so okay, I love it. I love it when I'm in a room and people don't think I understand or speak Spanish. That is like one of the most proud, amazing, fun moments for me in life.
You keep that one right there in the.
Keep it in the tuck.
That
Tuck.
shit
Right
started
there.
desde chiquita. I would go, my tia I didn't grow up, but my tia lived on 193rd in St. Nick in the Heights.
The Heights.
And they would send me and my cousin to the bodega, get the pap, get the sweet potatoes, bring back some, soda roja for everybody. Whatever. And these people that on St. Nick, they would never think that I spoke Spanish. And they'd be cutting the cheese behind the deli and they'd be like, esa gordita. And I'm like... And I would let it rock. I would let it rock for like 5 minutes or however long it would take. You know what I mean? And then I'd be like, okay, thank you very much. Puerco sucio, vete pa'l fucking diablo. And really just unleash on him. You know what I'm saying? Like just unleash in a respectful, not so much way. But okay, my whole life have never felt like, even just in what I said, I feel like I'm cursing like a Jew-Dominican. Like I don't even have the real Dominican accent. Like
None of us do that were born here.
But I do feel that I never identified 100% with either background. But now it's different. Now I feel like this 300%er. It's weird.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? Like,
feel you.
You put me in the campo. I spent summers in Tamboril in the campo
Straight latrina.
with mangoes falling on the roof all night.
Word.
And coming home with impetigo, like disgusting mosquito bites that got infected.
Sure, word. All over the place.
All over the place.
The bubbles? You used to
Looking
get the
like
bubbles?
monkeypox and shit.
Ooh, I used
The
to get the
bubbles.
bubbles. I used to get the bubbles. They used
Sleeping
to-
with the net. And,
The mojitero.
I hated it so much.
But
I
you
also-
learned.
And the
so
water
much.
pressure too, coming out droplet. Like I'm really trying to like wash the pits, and it's like, why is this like an eyedropper? Like dropping the water. But I never even felt like 100% Dominican there. But anyway, my point is like now, put me there, I will fit right in. Put me at a bar mitzvah, same thing. I'll probably grab the mic and do the horror, dress like a horror.
Yo, you know what? I just had a thought. Because I know we all went to DR when we were, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. And they put us, and they just kind of threw us.
To the wolves.
I
It's
thought
the
that was
wolves.
beautiful. I loved that. I had so
But
much fun.
think about the kids that were actually living there, seeing us coming from New York.
Good point.
Right? They were like, yo, look at these spoiled brats.
Outsiders.
Right?
Yeah.
Outsiders.
Well,
Like, they don't know the struggle.
I have a crazy quick story about that. We will always go to DR every year when I was living with my parents. And so my younger brother is like 7 years younger than me, right? So we would go out there and everybody knew my dad is his town, right? So my brother would hang out with the kids from the campo, right? Running around, jumping over, matando al gaito, cogiendo mango and shit. And one day I passed by, it was all farmland. I passed by a bunch of kids playing in a charco de mud, bro. A big puddle of mud. And they were all covered in mud, all, black with the mud. And And I'm like, damn, all right, like, they don't got a ball, or they don't got toys, so they're just playing in mud.
In the mud.
And
Mud pit
it's
soccer.
a mud pit something. And I seen one kid that I'm like, damn, he's the same height as my brother, man. He could be my brother. And I'm like, wait, that's my fucking brother. I'm like, oh shit, this man is in there playing with the mud, playing with the kids.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I don't want to cut you off.
Go for it.
Did you have a final? You wanted to close the loop on that story
Which one?
about your brother?
I found him and I was like, yo, get over here. Get over here. I'm like, yo, dude, you from New York. You're not supposed to be playing in the mud. What are you doing? He had his like new sneakers on and everything. But I say that to say like they live a different life over there.
Yeah.
My brother was going into their world.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't from that world. He didn't know about the mud.
Yo.
Real quick, I just want to add to that. Like, we were really thrown out there. I remember playing in the street when the lights would go out. And I have scars on my skin from the cuts.
For sure.
And the shit the tetanus, I guess, that I don't even know. But that was really hard too.
Yeah.
As an Americana,
Of
like
course.
going out there and like playing. And also, that tied back to like, I remember my cousins would be playing games in Spanish, and I don't know what the hell, like I didn't know what to do.
Yo, there was a
La
language.
latica.
There was a language. They
Mata rie rie rie,
Some shit like that.
Mata rie rie, something like
But
that.
there was a language that they would speak like with the they like broken down something, and then they were speaking codes, and it was a thing. And I'm like, damn, I was trying to learn that one summer, and then I couldn't do it. But
I never really fit in.
I used to play Little League here, and I went over there, and I'm thinking like we're gonna have balls and bats and gloves. They made gloves out of freaking orange boxes.
This is how we're gonna communicate.
Orange juice boxes. Orange juice boxes was the glove. They
I
were
seen galon de leche.
galon de leche,
Yeah.
rocks, hit rocks.
Oh my God.
It was crazy. I'm striking out. They're like, yeah, you don't know, you can't play. And but I'm in Little League. I be hitting home runs.
Not with the rocks.
It's a different thing, but I mean, I'm pretty sure you get it. You get it. Like, yo, you're not speaking that Tuna Dominicana. You get that? Nah.
You know what else too? When you get older, like more confidence. So I
Yeah.
have the confidence more in who I am. And I also noticed that like, why am I going into a situation thinking that somebody's going to think I'm less Latina or less proud of my Jewish heritage? Like, shame on you for welcoming me into the room that way. But I also have to walk into that room being confident. And also like, I see reactions from people. I think that like, Dominicans think it's very interesting. Like, I belong in a museum or something. Like, yeah. Like, ven acá, tú eres judía y dominicana. No puede ser. No puede ser. No puede ser.
How
I'm like,
did that
no, no.
happen?
Rara.
How
Yeah.
did that happen?
I have a tattoo on my back, and it's the Dominican flag with the Star of David in the
Oh,
middle
shit.
instead of Dios Labria.
Instead of escudo, you
Patria
took this
Libertad
in
is
escudo.
the Star of David, and above it says Dominicana. Not because I'm a tramp stamper. It's actually my mid back, but because I'm like, okay, this is who the fuck I am. I'm super proud.
You're embracing it.
Totally embracing it, and I still don't regret any of the ink on my body, including that very revealing tattoo of who I am. My mother freaked out. She's like, "You're telling everybody that you're Dominican and you're Jewish," and I'm like, "So?" And she's like, "There's like anti-Semites out there, and there's like
Yeah.
anti-Dominicanites
got
out
you.
there," and I'm like, "Oh, well,
Look, but I
I don't want them in my orbit anyway."
I wanted to go back real quick to the podcast
Yes,
because there was another podcast you were on, Latinos Out Loud. That right there was crazy. You guys did a lot of stuff. You guys, so many accolades.
Award-winning, multiple
Award-winning.
award-winning podcast.
you gotta say that. If you win more than one award, you
Multiple,
are multiple
multiple.
award-winning.
I like that.
X.
Good looks for the alley.
Groundbreaking.
Because
So-
dual award-winning sounds weird. you
So
know,
now, but I hear you talk about the other podcast.
which one? Which one?
When you
Hilarious.
hilarious.
It's.
So that means that
it's
you're
in
not
the
in the other one
universe.
anymore.
Wait, no, you're starting
But
rumors.
wait, hold up. I just got an
Why
email,
are
guys.
the hip
You got an email?
Wait. I just got an email from
You got one?
corporate. We got to go to commercial.
What?
I just got an email from corporate.
Well, it's time to refill anyway. We got to refill. I think it's time.
We'll be right back.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. game with Doug. Brand new mug. Come here, kid. Give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19? Then act fast with authorized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Yo, we're back with that exclusive email where Rachel La Loca is going to spill the beans. La bichola con dulce. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando ya? ¿Y qué es lo que pasó aquí? Yo, what was the question again?
It was, so I wanted to know about the Latinos Out Loud. The award-winning Latinos Out Loud.
Multiple.
And I feel like she has other endeavors, but I want to get back to Latinos Out Loud. Talk about that.
I didn't realize I was going to be in the hot box on the Hip Hop Advocates show, but being that I'm here in this position, I will say that Latinos Out Loud is going on our 300th episode. And I ain't going nowhere, baby. I ain't going nowhere. So you have to carry me out in a coffin, son. And brand that shit LOL, because I ain't going out. LOL is my baby, okay? It is so much fun. It has also evolved like the rest of me. Where should I start?
Yeah.
What question do you have about Latinos Out Loud now knowing that I ain't going nowhere? We about to enter
a dope
into
show.
season 11 and we're on 288. We got 12 more until we hit 300
Wow.
at this current
Damn.
point.
Y'all had y'all gave Radell an empanada with raisins.
Oh wow! On purpose, he didn't know.
No,
he got tired.
Yeah, he got
on
mad.
purpose?
He got mad. But yo, I like the raisins in the empanada.
Me too.
Nah.
Oh, sorry. Wait, me too.
I
I'm
like
a
that
raisinette.
shit.
I'm such a raisinette.
Me too.
Like,
I
with
love I throw raisins in the oatmeal. Like I throw raisins
Yes.
everywhere.
I like dried
Oatmeal.
cranberries.
Yeah,
but I
raisins.
don't fuck with raisins.
Cookies, oatmeal raisins are the
Cereal.
bomb.
muffins.
I just don't like them in the empanadas, the pastelitos.
Why
You
not?
don't like that sweet
They
and
fuck up the
salty?
meat.
weird.
They fuck up the
Weird.
meat.
I don't know.
Nah.
It enhances
It's
the
the
meat.
texture.
It's like, come here, meat.
It's
Let
the
me make you
texture.
sweet.
It's the texture behind it.
You
But you know
vibing
what's
right
funny?
now?
It's
A
just
little
taking a
bit. I'm on the
social
Hip Hop
turn.
Advocates show. Stop.
But what's funny about it is that I don't fuck with raisins, but I like dried cranberries, which is almost the same.
Oh, so you're like a craisins guy.
Yeah, it's almost the same shit.
He's on some.
It's half raisin, bro. You know that. Craisins, it's like.
Yeah, I know.
cran-
Yo, he's into
It looks
colorism.
exactly the same.
He's in colorism. Nah, I ain't fucking with
And
you.
these
Let's take it back.
anti-raisin,
Wait.
these anti-raisin people need to, like, I don't know,
Yo.
go live in a cave somewhere. There's
Guys,
such a
let's bring it
divide.
back. Let's bring it back. Come on, let's bring it back, guys. Let's get back
Got
to
me tight with this pastelito talk right now.
Yo, how the hell did you know when you started that show that you were gonna take it to where you took it?
No way, Jose.
And how do you meet your co-host?
Okay. So I've known my co-hosts for 17 years. We've been friends, and we were also on stage together, Room 28, the sketch comedy troupe.
Right.
We were on Bring the Funny together. We're friends. We go to each other's like events and shit. And well, Frank is not a comedian per se, but Frank is that like friend that's been around all the time, whether it be for security, to laugh with us, protect us, travel with us, and also drop the conspiracy theory. The theory. Oh my God, the
He has a
Prosecco's
name,
talking.
right? What's the name?
Frankspiracy
Yeah,
News.
yeah.
So he drops the conspiracy theory on us, and I believe every single one of them. Yes, I think the world is flat. We'll talk about that later.
What?
The pigeons are like watching us. Yeah, there's surveillance pigeons out there.
Damn. That's deep.
So he comes into the fold, and that's Latinos Out Loud. We're two sketch comedians and a conspiracy theorist. We're friends for over 17 years. We invite people into the sala with us. We hear people tell us that they feel like they're in the living room chilling with us. We get on each other, jokes, improv, voices, sketches. We know each other's moms. Like, you know, it's on that tip. But we also move Latinos forward. We invite guests like y'all. And the criteria for the guests is that they also move Latinos forward in their own capacity. They could be Latino, A, E, I, X, Y, Z, however you identify, or they could be a Latino ally. We just opened those gates. Like, for a while, you guys, I was like, only Latino guests, you know? Like, let's really elevate the people. Why am I saying it in this voice? I don't know. It just sounds like authoritative. But then I was like, wait a minute. We have allies. We have people that are also helping, like, you know, open the gates for us and fund us, that are Latino allies that could also, like, help share in the storytelling that we have. So the podcast, that's how I met my co-hosts. I did not think it would become what it is today, and not that it's where I wanted to land, because there's still fuel.
It's still growing.
We're still, you know, on the runway. I don't even know if we've taken off yet. Like, we could still be idling. I don't know. Although that might be a bad thing, but you know what I mean.
You get a fine in the city.
Yeah. I think, like, the evolution of the podcast is interesting because it started out to be sketch comedy. And then we were like, oh, let's get guests like supporters, Lin-Manuel, Mero. Let's bring them because they also have comedy in their arsenal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How far back does it go?
We started in 2017. Yeah.
Damn. Look at that. You're 300.
And
almost 300.
almost
About 5 years. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
like 5-year episodes. And
And it's what you say. I'll circle back to that. When we entered the space, that's why we entered the space. We entered the space because there was a void. Because when you search for Latino, X, Y, Z, A, E, I, O, U, only like 3 podcasts came up. I'm like, wait, what? There's like an NPR podcast, Latinos Who Lunch. And maybe it was Tamarindo was out there around that. Like, there was very few. And I was like, but there's no comedy. And Latinos are infamous for comedy storytelling.
Yeah.
We're
This
the people on the
motherfucker's
milk
alive.
crates in front of the bodega, like, but like, loco, déjame decirte. It's like the Biggie, I got a story to tell. I love that song so much because I feel like we as Dominicans do the same thing. It's like, yo, roll up that L, I got a story to tell. Like, you know?
You know, he was, that's a true story.
Yeah.
All of that is such a crazy
The Biggie,
story.
Biggie, that song, Biggie story to tell. He was fucking Anthony Mason's wife.
Oh my God.
Remember Anthony Mason?
Rest in peace.
The Knicks.
Rest in peace, yeah.
The Knicks.
He was fucking
So, wow, podcast. Did I answer the question?
you did.
Oh yeah, you knocked it out
think
the
you
park.
So guys, it's something I've been wondering. I've been thinking about since she sat down on that chair. And it's been burning me, yo. It's a question. I got a question,
You've
man.
been thinking about it since this morning.
You got a
This morning.
question that desperately you need to answer.
Yeah.
So, Rachel La Loca, every time we got somebody on this platform, we ask them the same question. What's their top 5? Top 5 influences, top 5 whatever. So right now, I think it's time, fellas.
Yeah, we want to know what created your DNA in this comedic space.
I love this question.
So hold up. It's time, y'all. Time for the top 5.
Greatest of all time. Check it out, y'all. Giving y'all the best.
As we go a little something like this.
I started watching Saturday Night Live really young, before I knew what the jokes even meant, really, because my parents would go out and leave me with my older brother, and he's 10 years older than me, and he was an SNL watcher. So I'm watching sketch comedy, and I'm watching all these greats, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, Gilda Radner. These are people from the late 70s. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 79. Cut that out, please. No, that's okay.
Loca.
So the 80s SNL too, and I still watch that, like Dana Carvey and, you know, just the Steve Martins and Martin Short.
Golden era.
You know, and then like the ladies who came in later on, like, you know what I'm saying, Victoria Jackson, Nora Dunn. This is in no order, and I went way beyond 5. But all of these people.
You was
started,
wait. You was naming them
So
right now?
these are your
I'll give you the actual 5, I guess. I'll summarize with the 5. But these are all people that started to weave the fabric.
Influence.
And I didn't even know. Okay, I didn't even know that was happening. Then high school, performing arts type stuff, and I'm still watching comedy, stand up, during that era, the Eddie Murphy stand up specials and all of that. And then I continued to watch SNL, like women like Kristen Wiig, and I'm like, I could do this. I could do that.
Yeah.
Made it feel more attainable too when I started seeing more ladies in the space and ladies doing it. So top 5. It starts from way back when. So I'll put on there Gilda Radner, who was one of the original ladies of SNL in the 70s. And she inspired a character that I do. She has a character called Rosanna Dana. And she came out on Weekend Update. And I have a character called Rosanna Santana, who basically puts her boyfriend on blast for all the stupid shit that he does on Instagram and all the emojis he be posting. The eggplant shit, you know what I'm saying? All of that stupid shit. So she has a...
That's real.
Yeah.
So Gilda Radner, and I'll also say some other females like Kristen Wiig, Amy Schumer, Alana, and Broad City Girls. Because they also took what they do, like their passion, and made a TV show out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Took it to the next level.
I like they're both waitresses
On the show?
on the show.
Yeah.
Damn, there's one
Well,
that I
no,
really like.
one of them worked at like tech companies,
No,
and
the
she
waitress-
like ran the
the
circuit. The
waitress
other one
one?
was a waitress.
I like her. She's ill. She's really ill. I got a crush on her.
Oh, okay.
I do. Damn.
Curly hair, right?
You might have to cut that. I might sleep on the couch.
Oh no, she was the one that like worked at tech companies and stuff. So okay,
I like
wait.
the waitress though. She bad.
How many do I have now?
She bad.
I think you named 5
That was
right
5
there.
already.
Yo,
No,
you
there's
named like-
more.
I didn't
Yo.
know Amy Schumer was on SNL.
No.
She
No,
wasn't.
these aren't on
no.
SNL.
She was
Oh, okay. I thought you were just naming
Yo,
SNL
no.
people.
Speaking
No.
of Amy Schumer, I was surprised you mentioned Amy Schumer.
Yeah.
She's okay. In my book, she's alright.
I like her show.
She,
Me
but
too.
there was
like
a
a backlash
Yeah, there
for
was
her.
backlash because, she got a special on Netflix, and Monique didn't.
Well, she didn't get the same rate. She had
She-
an offer
she
that
wanted
was
the same-
dramatically,
yeah.
exorbitantly less.
Yeah. So she wanted the same rate as Amy, but Amy had a hit movie and shows and this blah blah. I don't know if she had shows,
There's
but she
a
had
movie
movies.
with Amy Yo, that shit Schumer is mad funny.
Yeah.
Not Trainwreck.
There was another one too.
Damn, man, that shit.
But
I love-
how do you
I
feel
love-
about
I
that?
love
Like,
movies.
as a comedian, like, I felt like Monique was pocket watching a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, it became a publicity thing. It became
Right?
a trending thing on social media.
It was just a good story.
Yeah, their business negotiations. Look, here we go again. Set it up, Rachel. All right, look.
And the table setter.
Yeah, because I'm learning as I'm going.
Wait. It's not what you are worth, is what you negotiate, right? That's what they say in show business.
Yo, but I'm learning that you need a team out there. The team is the engine. Like, the team needs to negotiate or you know what I'm saying? Support
Right.
that endeavor, support that thought, support that goal. What do I think of that? What's unfair is what's unfair. Will we ever know if it was because of any other thing but her comedy? We don't know. I don't know.
She
what's
was
going on.
mad.
She was mad. It became a publicity thing. I appreciate the awareness of it, though. I appreciate the awareness because even
for women,
navigating
for women.
the space. Yo, True Talk in corporate America, I'll never forget. It's different because now I'm not really in this, but so I filled in. I took the position of a dude who went on to another state, and I was going through his desk, and I found his paycheck, a stub. Wasn't looking for it. I was cleaning out his desk, and he was making so much more than me.
At the same
Wow.
at the
Same role.
Same role.
Same role.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was such a fuck. Like, oh my.
That was a mind fuck.
It was because I had to do a double take. I was like, "Rrr, there's a comma, but you know, it really empowers me now. And seeing that Monique thing, that the model that she put out there. Yeah, put you know your worth. I know what I got. There's nobody else doing Latinos Out Loud. I'm not even trying to be bold and flex right now. I have worked in comedy for a long time. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. And the ingredients are really, I love how they're coming together in this sancocho. I never thought LOL would be this. I'm so proud of LOL.
Yeah.
I have so much more to do with LOL. I'm so excited. I hope I never get old like Tinkerbell. Like I need that. I just want to be like Peter Pan. Yeah, like
you said sancocho. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Yeah.
And my mate, I think my mate Deadline's getting hungry for this next segment going on.
We were talking a lot about, your shows and everything you've been doing. So right now, what I would like to introduce to you is a segment we have where we search for you. We're looking for the Loca, and
oh boy,
and we may have found it, we may not.
Loca.
So what we do is that we look for pictures of you doing different things at different locations, different festivals, and we want you just to explain what you're doing.
I love this
¿Qué
so
diablo?
much.
¿Qué diablo tú haciendo en esta foto?
I love games. Like,
The story behind the picture.
Yes.
So excited for this game. Look me up. I was on The Price is Right. I love games.
So right now, guys, they know what it is. Right now, this is called Looking for Loca. Looking for the Loca.
Loca.
So this is the first picture that we have here. By the way, when I was doing my research on this, you have so much content everywhere that it was crazy for me to narrow down things that I wanted to bring. And I was laughing my ass off looking at it too.
Oh my God.
So this is the first one we have.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah.
Talk
this
about
is
it.
great.
Talk about it.
So this was the first time, because we've been featured twice, I think. Pix 11 morning news. Latinos Out Loud was brought in to talk about Dia de los Reyes, the Day of the King. Dia de los Tres
On the
Reyes.
actual date, on January 5th?
I believe it was taped on the actual date. Yes.
Was it January?
Yes, January 6th. And
Yeah, 6th,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we were just talking,
That's my
educating
godson's
the
birthday.
community about what we celebrate in our comedic fashion, sprinkling in of what Jamie, Frank, and I do. And that was so much fun. Shout out to Marisol Castro. She brought us in, who's also, are you ready for some really fun facts here?
Yes.
Marisol Castro, who you see in that video, was interviewing us, is also the announcer at Citi Field. She's the Mets announcer.
Wow. Good on
That's
it.
so cool. That's crazy.
You know what? That's great for us. He don't.
I
fuck
watch
with the
Pix
Mets.
11 every morning.
He don't fuck with the Mets though. He don't fuck. With the Mets.
But I watch Pix 11
A
every
female
day.
in the game. It's so good. She's next up to bat.
That's crazy.
I just love the fact that they got you guys there talking about Three Kings Day. I heard one of your co-hosts say that he's like, "Wait, I thought it was Tres Leches Day," or something like that. I was laughing.
That's probably Jamie.
That's
probably
hilarious.
Jamie.
All right, let's go to the next one. That's the next one.
Okay, should I blindfold myself?
No,
Oh, okay.
here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Let 'em
You're
know where
taking
you
me
were.
A trip down. This is like a trip down memoria lane. This was the New York Latino Film Festival's Futuro conference at the Google space. And we did a live pop-up podcast there. We had Raydel Ortiz as a guest, and we also had the executive director of the New York Latino Film Festival, Calixto Chinchilla. And I believe I'm playing my guira on stage, which
you
I
go ham.
often bring out. Bring it out.
You play good? You know how to play?
I'm not nasty,
but you could defend
I
yourself.
think I can hold it down and get the party going.
We're gonna battle.
I should have brought my guira.
We have two, right?
That's always been my dream. My dream has always been to be able to play a...
Yo, you know what? With this guy, every
any
week,
instrument on a typical beat.
every week is a different thing. First, you want to be a DJ.
No, I got many dreams.
Go
Last
for
week,
it.
what-
What's stopping
I got
you?
a lot of dreams.
What was
Nothing.
last week?
What was
Yesterday,
last
what
year? I don't
was
know.
it?
What was it? I don't remember.
Oh, you see? Every week is a
Don't worry,
different
because I'm
dream.
working
But
on
I got a lot of dreams.
I'm working on a
Man,
Guida
this-
masterclass.
you gotta
I like
have
that.
dreams.
I like that.
All
You
right,
gotta.
this next one here raised my eyebrows
Oh.
because this is
Both
this
of
is,
them?
This is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
All right, talk about this one right here.
Oh my god.
Yo,
What is it?
Okay.
I
First of all,
pull it up on the screen. Reels.
can we just discuss? I'd like to add some.
Don't divide
I
it.
want to add a lot of commentary
Pull
to
it up
this.
for us.
First, I shall describe what we are looking at. Okay, we are looking at.
but we'll edit it. They'll have that picture. The viewers.
Well, to describe what you're seeing, viewers, this is a still from a show that I acted on called Diabolical, which is on the Identification Discovery Network, or ID. You know, there's that one network that has all them shows of the true crime reenactments. There's like Snapped and like, you know, where the women kill their husbands.
Oh
and
my
like
God.
Yo,
the
females
fir-
love those
Oh,
shows.
yo.
Females love those shows.
Yo, you know why? Because they dream of doing that
We
shit.
live
but they can't.
vicariously.
Yeah.
I lived vicariously through
Yeah.
this character. Now, look, she killed a senior citizen. She killed several. Like, this character
That's
was
foul.
so badass. It's a true story. It took place in Texas. And she was the executive director of a nonprofit and like stopped the viejitos food feed, like pulled the like IV
Oh, nah,
out,
she wildin'.
and then she would sneak in and like get power of attorney on the viejitos, you know, the husband who's alive, and like take his money. And she, like, one of the viejitos caught on to her, so she hired the freaking janitor, Latino janitor from the organization
No me
that she
diga.
worked for,
Her man
to
is the
pull.
one she got cool with.
But this is what's cool about this. Like, as an actor, when I'm on set and I'm learning a new trait or skill, rather, like tactic, like I appreciate that. So I was on set and I learned how to suffocate and strangulate for TV, which is a thing. And it was plastic bag, you know, hole cut out in the back. And it's just like all in your shaking. It's not even like, if you look at the scenes on TV, it's never like rah, rah,
Yo.
rah. Like, it's just like
That's why I said. That's why I said it raised my eyebrows. I'm like, yo. If she don't like one of us, we're going. We're
Hold
gone.
on. Can I see? I want to see what the fuck is
so
going on.
that was the scene where she, the
yeah, what is-
Diabla, was like, I have a do not resuscitate, do not save his life. I have a DNR, because she was waiting for him to die so she could take all his dough. And it kept going to mistrial because she was very politically connected in Texas. It was gangster. You got to see. So it's season 2. I want to say like episode 3, and it's about a Texas crime, and I play the lead in the episode, and it was
Wow.
so
Yeah, it was
cool.
crazy.
See, what I like about this game is it makes you want to dig deeper in Rachel La Loca's
Wow.
history.
Catalog.
And see, you know, like
What?
her history
What you
and
say?
her work,
Bring a
and her
guy.
work
dig
and her
deep.
history.
The freco.
Dig
Deep into Rachel La Loca.
dig deep into
I mean,
Rachel
all right,
La
because we're
Loca.
not going that deep. If we're okay, here we go.
I know.
All right.
People gotta
Say how
know.
deep-
People gotta know where this comes from, where this charisma and where
Yeah.
this light
Facts.
that
Can I
you
tell you-
bring.
Thank you for saying that, and thank you for saying that's really sweet.
No, hey,
That memory also conjures up something else for me, because I was shooting that. It was a 2-day shoot, upstate New York by Fishkill. It was so cold.
Oh, you
And
was up there.
Oh my God. Yeah, by some family members, if you know what I'm saying. I was like, can we do a quick
Yeah.
visit over the bridge? Nah, just kidding.
Yeah,
I ain't
we
bring no
been up
cans
there,
of
we
anything.
been up
No. So, and it was so cold, and listen, I have this thing when a 310 or 323, when LA calls on the phone, I'm like, shut up. I'm like, everybody shut up. Hello? You know, it's like that. I'm like, who's calling from LA? And then it's like, hi, this is United Healthcare. I'm like, oh, fuckers. You know, but nah, so I got, oh my bad. I got a 310 call coming in when I was shooting, and we were on break. So I went in the courtyard area where it was like minus 30 degrees, but I saw 323 calling, and we were going up for Bring the Funny at the time. We were auditioning. We were in the casting process.
Oh.
And then the call came in, and I was in the courtyard. I was like, hello? And she's like, Rachel, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. I'm good. Hi, how are you? You know, like shivering. And she's like, yeah, I just want to let you know that we want to call you back for the next round of casting. We want to bring you guys out here to LA to do some sketches for us. And I was like, I never felt myself sweat so much in such cold weather. Like my armpits were on fire. I was so excited, but I was getting frostbite at the same time. It was so weird. And then I had to go back to being a murderer. Like after a break, I was like, transition comedian. You got to go murder somebody.
The beauty of acting.
Look at that, man. That's one thing I respect, you know, to be able to home yourself and put yourself in that position. I was like, I have a lot of respect for actors because you got to put yourself in a certain mode and a certain, mentality away from who you are to become what you're trying to portray.
Yeah,
that shit takes a lot.
A lot of actors get caught in that character and they lose it. Like, like the Joker do, right? Like he got in so deep. Heath Ledger. He got in so deep.
But hold up, let's not get too deep in that rabbit hole. Let's continue with the game.
Okay, we're back.
Let's not lose ourselves. We have a lot of fun.
Regresamos al estudio. Con ustedes, Rachel La Loca.
So here's the next one, which actually suits us very well over here.
Wait, I'm not gonna look. I'm scared. Okay, let me see. Oh yes.
This one was fucking awesome.
Yes, I love this game.
And
so
we
much.
spoke about it off camera a little bit. Just tell the viewers what you're doing there.
Oh my gosh, I'm so pregnant. I'm like 30 months pregnant. And okay, here I am again. Set it up, Rachel. Long-winded. So I was super pregnant, and I just had this crazy idea of another influence that didn't make the list, and I gotta put her on the list. Amy Poehler. Amy Poehler was acting and being funny until it looked like she was gonna give birth on SNL. She's doing sketches. She's using her belly in the sketches. Like it was great. And I'm like, I need to Amy Poehler the game in my own world with this pregnant belly, because I was told I would not have babies. I was told I was infertile. Wow. And that's a whole other podcast.
You busted out too out of nowhere.
Busted out too. Yeah, thank you for that. But at the time, I didn't think I was going to bust out more than one. So I told all my comedy brothers and sisters, I'm like, use this as a prop. What can we do with this before I give birth? So I did shows. We did sketches where we incorporated the pregnant belly as much as we could. And then I was like, let's do a video. Let's do a parody video. And at the time, it was all about my demands. I'm like, you know how it is when you're pregnant. Like, I only want the chicken nugget that's shaped like a boot. You know, like you have these crazy
That shit
cravings.
is crazy. That shit is crazy.
But how the hell did you incorporate hip hop with that?
Because I'm from Brooklyn. I don't know. Hip hop is in the DNA. Like
in la sangre.
I went to school in Flatbush, 97, Biggie. Like
that's one thing. Yeah, we didn't even like. Where you originally from?
Wait. No, what you doing?
No, we're not gonna throw it off.
We gotta finish this.
Brooklyn.
No, just Brooklyn all day, right?
All day.
Okay. I thought you were taking somewhere else.
All right. What number are we on?
So that was the fifth one.
Loca.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That was the fourth one.
This is the fifth one.
Oh wait, I didn't explain the clip. Did I explain the clip? I didn't even explain the clip. Well, that was Pregnant Queen, which was the parody song written by Andrew Casanova, who is Jamie, my co-host's nephew. Weird, right? We just all keep it in the family. Not so weird. It's all love.
You on some Game of Thrones shit?
Yeah, yo, keep it in the family. So, no. But he wrote it, and
yo,
no,
you can't say that.
That's his line right
there.
You know, we can talk about that too. But so we did Trap Queen, which was like a song at the time. I was like, let's do Pregnant Queen, the Fetty Wap, and that clip. Okay. Let me just take you there real quick. Long-winded. We had just finished doing a Room 28 comedy show, and I was pregnant, and I got home, and of course I was eating, and my boy Juan Bago was hitting me up, blowing up the phone. I was like, oh snap, what's happening? Did he forget something? Did the theater not, like, whatever? And he's like, yo, Pregnant Queen just came out on midnight with Chris Hardwick on Comedy Central.
That's big.
I was like, no way. And so that's the clip. And it's so funny how they find these clips and like put them on these shows. 'Cause
Yeah.
they didn't put the whole song. They put the one part of the song where it's like
Holes, you said
inserted in my holes or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, it's kind of nice that she let him insert in multiple holes. Like, you know, and that's the part.
But you didn't even know. You didn't even know that was even gonna show up on
No.
Comedy Central.
Yo, that song got
No.
like that video got like 1.3 mil
Wow.
views.
Lord have
And
mercy.
I was gonna do like a bone. Look at this clip
Oh my God.
from that.
yes.
You holding a fucking mop.
That's my backyard.
You holding a broom. You about to smack your baby daddy.
You know why? Because they was smoking weed in the
Yeah,
backyard. And I was
yeah.
like, yo, I want some, but I can't. So I'm going to hit you with this mop.
You know what that gotta be called? La Loca.
Oh.
All right, last and final. This one right here.
Tell me.
Thumbs down from Mills. So the last and final one. Please let the viewers know.
That's dope right there.
Oh, yes. That's me, the
Yo, that
animated
beat, that shit got
version
me-
with like
that
brown
shit's
hair.
ringing in my head.
We mentioned it a little bit. The Tuttle Twins.
Yes.
But that's you. That's the character that you play.
Yes. So,
Did they take any influence from you? Like I know you. I think the first time we saw you, you was wearing like a headband.
yeah.
Is that from you?
Oh, that's a funny question because I don't know if they took influence from my looks or what I look like, but the grandmother on the show looks a lot like my mom in real life.
Really?
If you look at my Instagram photos and you see my mom and then a picture of the Tuttle grandma, the same glasses, the same white hair, same skin complexion. It's really eerie. When I went to the red carpet premiere, they had like these blow-ups of the characters, and I had to take a picture with one. I was like,
Show mommy.
Show mommy.
I sent it
Show
to my
mom.
mom, and she's like, yo, pero ellos, they may owe me a check. What's up? I'm like, I don't know, mom, but you know, I'm really happy with that. That is a screen grab from the cartoon that I'm voicing now, the Tuttle Twins, where I play Mom Tuttle.
Amazing.
But you know what's the beauty about that? What you just said is the secrets, right? Inspiring people without directly getting credited, but you know in your head, you know it's in your head that you inspired them, some way somehow.
And in our heads, this was a beautiful part one. I think
There's a lot more to go.
It's
There's
more.
so much that we gotta
More.
go.
Keep going.
more. I'm trying to dig deep.
Keep going.
Like my man
We're
E.
gonna have to do a part two.
I think so.
Yeah.
Rachel La
I think so. I think it's time for the part two.
Yeah. Guys, we'll see you very soon.
Yeah. We'll be back. We'll be back.
Room 28. Yeah.
At the store buying bobos.
Yeah.
Pretty ass boy coming out my front door. Been living rent free for 9 months
There
too
you go.
long. Married to my honey and he inserted
Yes,
my
I did.
home.
Yes, I
Now
did.
we got a baby on the way, put things on hold. I'm a private queen that'll treat me like I'm gold. When I get the craving, better buy me froyo.
Okay.
Even in the morning, can't keep down my Cheerios.
That's gross.
I was fornicating, raw dog is what I chose. Now it's time to say that I'm about to fucking blow.
Yes,
My
oh,
shirts are
damn.
mad tight, fuck maternity clothes. Sleeping like a hibernating bear down on the floor. I need you, I don't need you, I need you.
Make up your mind, my baby. I just left the mall, cash for cash for my baby, yeah. And I high five with my baby. Like Cracker Jack, there's a prize inside my baby, yeah.
I can't get high cause my baby. I just left the mall, I'm cash for cash for my baby, yeah. So do you like my size, baby?
Not for real, I swear that dress looks fine, my baby. I'll buy a crib for my pregnant queen, or else she gon' be mad. I
That's
just
right.
might snatch up a story. Mary had a little lamb, I just might start regretting this cause her farts, they really stink. You really need more food, and she's like,
What you think?
at the wrong zoo eating mangoes. Dudes out clubbing, but I can't go. Stay in here with my fat hoe. BHAT, relax though.
Okay.
How bad are your hormones raging like you at Coachella?
No.
Your mark stretched like Mr. Fantastic. Sorry, I didn't mean
Oh
that
my
shit.
god!
Pay me no mind, my baby. I just left the mall, I cash for cash for my baby, yeah. Hormones make you cry like you crazy. At the hospital, the doctor just delivered our baby, yeah.
I think I'm gonna cry now, baby. I look down and he is rapping just like mommy, yeah.
I'm a full-grown man, not a baby. Bitch, you better take it off and feed me that leche.
No cesarean, all natural. I put my mouth where that baby came out.